Hey everybody, good late afternoon, good late Sunday afternoon. That's what I meant to say. And the Sunday afternoon, we're looking at 4:16 p.m. I think I'm going to make myself tonight some elbow macaroni, and I'm gonna be like a kid on this. Some elbow macaroni, maybe in some butter, a little bit of salt and pepper, just something fun. My husband's working late, so that's it on that one. So I am home alone, but it is okay. I wanted to do some little reviews. I'm not gonna go through each song or anything. I had gotten some discs for my birthday in October, and I didn't discuss it, which is because I'm kind of like backed up with things that I really want to talk about. Sometimes when I discuss things, I just shoot off the top of my head. Whatever comes into my head, or whatever happened that day, or whatever happened that minute. If I find that I'd like to talk about it, I do. You guys probably know me well enough by now. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for hanging out with me again. But one of these albums is like a real good memory for me, and it was back when I was about 18 years old, for my 18th birthday. Let's go back a year, which would be 17, which I started going out with my now husband, back then boyfriend. And I always told you, I told you the story previous times that we were friends first, and my friend introduced me and him, and that he was too shy and he never talked to me. And I said to my friend, what the hell am I doing here? Because he doesn't even bother talking to me. But anyway, we're married now, like 25 years. We will be 25 years. And, but together since 1983. So we're talking 36, 37, maybe even 38 years now. We're together. But anyway, for my 18th birthday, I had gotten from my friend an album. I was a huge Hall & Oates fan, which happened to have been one of my first concerts, was Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall and John Oates. Madison Square Garden, 1984. My now husband, then boyfriend, poor guy, went down to Madison Square Garden in a snowstorm on a train down to get me tickets. And he surprised me with tickets. Now, it wasn't the greatest tickets. We were sitting all the way up in yonder. I didn't know anywhere about, being high and mighty, like, why can't we sit down there type thing. I wasn't like that because it's my first concert, I have been to over way 300 and some odd shows since 1984. That's how many years we've been going to concerts. But Hall & Oates was my first concert, and it was the Hall & Oates Big Band Boom Tour. And my hometown in Madison Square Garden here. So that was really, I didn't care where I was sitting. I brought my camera that night, so I got these like real crappy pictures of little Daryl Hall and little John Oates running around on stage. They look like two raisins on a piece of bread. That's how I like to say it. When I see something that small, it look like two raisins on a piece of bread. But it was a great show, and I screamed all night, and I wound up coming home with laryngitis and my first concert shirt, so I'll never forget that. And years go by, my friend got me the album for my birthday, for my 18th birthday. So I was like really excited, because I was going to the show after the album came out. So I was like really excited. So that was one of my other birthday presents, was the 2 tickets. That and a beautiful tricolor gold chain. And I'm sorry I don't have that with me here. It is in the jewelry box from 1984. I still have that chain. And my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law purchased the matching bracelet. They gave me the bracelet first, and my boyfriend gave me the chain. So I still have that set. And it is called tricolor gold. That's when tricolor gold just came out. It was just starting to get popular. So there's like 2 and 3 colors that are going through on the chain. So it is a tricolor gold. Very cool. Have never seen it since, by the way. So pretty interesting. Do they even make it anymore? I mean, if I ask questions, no jeweler's probably going to figure that out and answer that for me. So getting back to my 18th birthday gift, I had the album for Hall & Oates Big Band Boom many years, played the shit out of it, of course. It was my favorite because it was my first concert. So that album will always be special to me. Okay. Gotten rid of the album many years later. Don't know why I didn't download it from iTunes, or I do have it downloaded from Spotify, but at the same time, I'm like, I have many CDs from Hall & Oates. Why don't I have that CD? So for my 56th birthday that just passed, I said, you know what? I'm going to order that sucker. So I did, and happy birthday to me, because you probably saw pictures of it on Instagram, but I have the Big Bam Boom CD. So I finally got it. There's like 2 versions of this on CD. This has bonus tracks on it, and they give you the 12-inch versions of Out of Touch, Method of Modern Love, Possession Obsession, and Dance on Your Knees, which is the full version of Dance on Your Knees. Now, if you listen to the song on the front, Dance on Your Knees, that is actually the intro that goes into Out of Touch. So then there's another one with more bonus tracks, but I think that was like $38, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to go for $38. Just give me the memories. Just give me the memories that I had. I don't need any other special memories, any extra thrown onto these. Just give me my memories. So I got the CD. So it really is a good CD. Somebody had asked me, do you like downloads it or physical? You know what? I like physical things. This crap now with just storing it in the cloud. It's in the cloud. It's in the cloud. What cloud? Which cloud? Point it out to me, because, like, I mean, we have imaginary things that we pay for. We just think about this, because I was thinking about this a long time. We pay for, well, I don't, because I don't go over my space. When I have 5 gigabytes of space that come with a machine or a phone or a piece of electrical equipment, that's the 5 gigabytes that are going to stay with me. And if not, I have to clean it out and make room. That's what I do. You pay for space, for extra space, for the things that you cannot see. Does this make any freaking sense? You hear the music, you can see the movies, but you don't physically own these things because you have to pay for space. Now, once you don't feel like paying for space no more and you run out of space, you have to, make room to have extra space. So then you have to get rid of the things that you have, and it's hard to sacrifice. How the hell do you sacrifice that? I mean, I'm like, hello? Does this make any sense? Because it makes sense to me. I was thinking about this last night. See, I think about these things. I do, I've always said some nights when I can't sleep, I do my best thinking at night. I was thinking about this. No, I don't want... like pictures are one thing, and even that takes up a lot of space. So my pictures do not stay on my phone. I remove them. I put them onto my hard drive. Those are my pictures. You're just taking up space. But I do move them out. I would never delete my pictures unless they get like silly pictures, the stuff I post on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, I get rid of those. But the space issue is like, really, dude? Really? I mean, it's like you're paying for these things that you can't see. That's what I came up with. So music to me is more important than anything. Okay, my husband has a Spotify account. My husband has me on his family share plan of Spotify. My husband says, by the way, you better be using that Spotify. He says, because he loves the Spotify. He hooks up his phone to the CarPlay in the computer because it's Apple CarPlay, and he listens to his Spotify. He says, Maureen, I love it. I says, well, yeah, I do too. I use Spotify. I used to use the Spotify for albums that I want to listen to before I purchase them. Now, I love music, all kinds. And sometimes I just want to listen, especially if it is a band that I don't really know. There have been a few more bands coming my way on my Twitter account. And one of them happens to be a band called Lip Candy. There's a bunch of young dudes. They just came out with their first EP. So I wanted to check them out because, I'm passing along and I'm retweeting their information, trying to get the information out. It's a brand new thing to them. It's a new band, and this is how bands get heard now. But they don't have a physical CD. And if they do, they go through, other bands go through places now like SoundCloud, where you can purchase the songs from SoundCloud. I don't know if you could purchase the songs from Spotify. I know you could download them, see, because you have a program that you could download. Our premium Spotify has no commercials, so I can listen to the song. It used to be that you could listen to 2 and 3 songs, bang, they'd put a commercial in between. Sometimes they used to put the freaking commercial right in the middle of the song. Are you kidding me? Okay, see, that I can't deal with. So my husband says, well, I can't deal with it either. That's why he's got the premium, and he loves it. But the physical, I still like physical CDs. I like, the vinyl now. The vinyl, I have Sleeping with Sirens. I got their new album on vinyl because the CD is like completely sold out. You really can't get it. I'm sure that I can download it off of iTunes. Now, the thing with me with iTunes is I've always loved iTunes because I can make my own discs. I have my own CD recorder that I can make my own, you can burn your own disc. I was very heavy into that many moons, and I have many discs that, because the album is mine, I paid for it on iTunes. I want to burn it. So you could still do that on iTunes. It's like really, really simple process. So I have that choice to do that as well on albums that I can't physically get. So I didn't do it with Sleeping with Sirens because I have all their actual physical CDs that I purchased. Although it wouldn't really make much of a difference to burn it or just, not even be able to purchase. But we got the vinyl anyway, and, to use the turntable. Right, by the way, my pitch is off on my turntable. So again, this guy likes to drop things when I'm speaking. He likes to drop things on the floor when I'm talking. But anyhow, I still like the physical aspect of a good old-fashioned disc. So, but again, I could burn the album if I wanted to. The second album that I had purchased, which is, I love the band Alter Bridge. Singer Miles Kennedy, he also has a solo career. He has the band Alter Bridge, and he also sings, and he has a band with Slash. Slash is the guitar player for Guns N' Roses. I get deep. That's how much I love my music. I learn about my musicians. I backtrack to the songs that they had, to the albums that they have, to the new albums right now. I try and get all caught up as much as I can. This is what I'm doing. New album from Alter Bridge I absolutely love. It's Pawns and Kings. That's the name of the album. First impressions of the album, there's the guys right there. There's the guys right there. There's Miles Kennedy. He's the singer. So, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Other things that I have been looking at, I have been backtracking on my Kindle, which is, you can look up things very easily on my Spotify. I have a Spotify on here. And I sit at nighttime with my headphones and just listen to the music, to the songs, music that I have to catch up. There are so many bands. Like I was saying to you in my couple of videos past, there are so many bands that come my way. And I want to hear them. So basically, I'm still also catching up with a lot of Aaron Carter music. I have not heard certain Aaron Carter albums. One of the last songs that I heard that he did was Saturday Night. So, that's going back. And then there's a few others. Well, he came out with another album from 2018 that's called Love. And I will show you the picture of it. That's the picture. I love that shot. I love that shot. I really, 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 really do. Now, I saw 2 album covers. One, he has green hair, and I think one, he has his regular blonde hair. I like this one. But whatever the difference may be, some people also come out with more than one album cover, which is kind of weird. But sometimes there's also bonus songs on them. Well, lo and behold, I cannot find this CD now anywhere. It's very hard now to get his music, of course. Which brings me to my next thing. Why is it when a musician passes away, everybody runs out and their music just disappears off the face of the earth for a short time, and then it starts coming back little by little? Why do people do that? It's like a panic mode. I have no idea. I never understood it. Weren't you people fans before the person passed away? But I don't know, you guys feel this such need. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You have to grab everything. I don't feel a need for that. I just don't. But anyway, places like Spotify, I'm able to actually hear the album. I downloaded it to my Spotify. I love this album. One of the things that also attracted me to this is that I love the word love, and I love the way it is worded. I know he came up with that design himself. So I'm thinking of future tattoo. I like the lettering on that. I really do. It's kind of like a dedication, not so much to mention where it came from, but I just love the lettering on it. If I look at that, if it's on my body, and if I look at that, I'm going to know, keep it close to my heart as to the reason why I got it. So, yeah. So, he's been on my mind a lot. Anyway, but that's really most of the albums right now that I'm listening to. Yeah, going back, It's just one of those things. What else? The physical portions of CDs, like I said, I want to feel them, I want to touch them, I want to be able to play them in my CD. Now, I have my iPod. Now, Apple had the original iPods, which is iPod Classic. I have a 180 gigabyte iPod Classic, which, unfortunately, as of last year, they actually stopped making. They also stopped making the other iPods. So if you're looking for an iPod, they're not going to sell them anymore. It's going to be over. So I'm like, okay, so now what do I do? Now I have all the songs downloaded. Let's say you have all these songs that you want to hear. God forbid if the machine dies out on you, which I have had a machine die out. My husband had 2 of them on his own because he used one for his guitars and then he used one for personal use. He gave me the one that he used for his guitars. He says, here, he says, take this one. He says, it's yours. And I was very grateful for that because I was like, oh my God, I need my music. But to carry around music. Now, I know a lot of people that use the Spotify on their phones. Like I said, my husband does. But that's fine because he hooks it up to the CarPlay on his Apple CarPlay. Our car comes preloaded with that. So all you got to do, it recognizes the Apple phone and it just, puts everything in your phone on that into the car. He answers his phone through his car. I talk to him through his car, things like that. And it's real cool. But what do you do when you don't have, let's say, like an MP3 player, or in this case, Apple is MP4. What happens when you don't have the player? Me, I still have my portable CD player. I'm going to be carrying around my discs. I'm going to do that again, and I'm probably going to get my CD booklet, which I used to have my CD book, carry all my CDs in my slots, and just when I want to hear a disc, I will just pull that sucker out of my bag and pull the disc out of my bag. My husband says, he says, I remember the days you used to carry a jukebox around with you. Yeah, and I can see I'll be doing that again because how are you supposed to hear your music? I don't want all this stored on my phone either. That's why I use my Kindle. Spotify is for my Kindle also. My books and my Spotify is only on my Kindle. Like I said, I don't have any social media on my Kindle. I don't feel the need for it, so I'm just going to keep that to my little phone. I did load my games. I love poker. I love Texas Hold'em Poker from Zynga Poker. I love that. I play bingo. Those games I have loaded also onto my Kindle. So at nighttime, I'm listening to my headphones, laying in bed. I hear my music, and I'm playing the game. Or I'm hearing music, and I can also read while I'm listening to music. So that's pretty cool as well. And that's just me. It's just my life of how I do things. But do I want to hear? Now, also the fact that the Apple headphones, that's another situation. While I'm here, I might as well discuss this. The Apple earbuds. They have 2 sets of earbuds. Both sets of earbuds actually only last 2 hours. I've had headphones die out. I like my music. Now, if I am in the street making phone calls or something, and if I want to continue to hear my music, that only lasts 2 hours. I can listen to music 5 and 6 hours straight. I have been known to do this. I used to love to walk in the street and just hear my headphones and get my music on and stay in the zone. And it tends to, depending on the song, would you want to it tends to make me move faster. It makes me walk faster, maybe to the beat or whatever. It just gives you a more upbeat feeling, not only about yourself, but maybe you're having a great day. You hear a great song. It just gives you all these energy and vibes. I don't do that anymore. First of all, the neighborhood, the area, the neighborhood, we're living in dangerous times. So you really want to be more for your surroundings. You really want to pay attention to your surroundings. So therefore, I do not bring my headphones out in the street anymore, which is all I was about when I was a teenager. I constantly had I had big headphones. I had big ass headphones with my Walkman on. Remember the old Walkmans, the Sony Walkman? I had one. Yeah. And I had many cassette players after that, so when that one burned out. But yeah, I was all about the music and traveling with the music. But nowadays, when I'm older, a lot more older and a lot more wiser, I am more aware of my surroundings. I just don't feel comfortable out in the street. I want to make sure nobody's behind me when I'm walking. I want to be able to hear footsteps. I want to be able to, pay attention. Because when I used to get into the music, I really wasn't paying attention to anything. So, yeah, and that's really it on that one. So I'm starting to get a little hungry. I'm going to start boiling my macaroni. Barilla. We love Barilla macaronis. These used to be any variety of 10 of these boxes. We have pastas up there. We have penna pasta. We have ziti's. We have elbows. 10 boxes at Stop and Shop for $10. You cannot go wrong. You grab them. They are great. Even for like last minute little meals. Like when my husband's not here and I don't feel like eating a real big meal, not by myself, I will just cook those up. And that's really it. So I'm just going to just hang out here. Alexa, put the lamp on.
Okay.
Alexa, thank you.
You're so welcome. Your kindness really gives me a charge.
Okay. See what I'm here by myself? I could just shoot the breeze with her. She'll just start, she starts talking at 2 a.m. She totally scares the crap out of me. She'll just start answering. I was like, who the hell is even talking to you? Very weird, folks. I don't know if there's a spirit among me. I don't know. Anyhow, little by little, hopefully we get a Christmas gift. My Christmas gift would also is to get Chapek the hell out of Disney. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I'm calling it. I mentioned the word embezzlement. I'm not letting it go. I mentioned this shit months ago. You people know how I feel about that. I have that feeling. Something is starting to brew. Okay, people are now noticing, especially the higher ups. Give me a Christmas gift and get him out of there. A lot more people will be happy. And maybe you can get rid of the reservation system and go back to regular. I'm really hoping for this. This is like very hopeful for me. So let's see if we can make something happen. Come on, people. Maybe you could write some letters, or you can write some things to Corp. It's just the world is ours if we take charge of it. I think anything could be ours if we take charge of it. That's what I'm saying. All right, people. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening. I will talk to you again. Nothing much else is happening. I just wanted to discuss music and show you a little bit of things that I got. What do you think about buying space? Buying space for the cloud. Still like to know what the hell cloud they're talking about. Maybe if you can point it out to me. I have no idea. I'm just kidding on that. All right, people. Happy Sunday. God bless you all. Love to all. Take care. Bye-bye.